I'm just as surprised as you are, trust me. So here we are a few weeks later, going back to Florida for a different reason, and I'll explain while we're in the truck. Grady White 282 sailfish. Here's my section. I always knew that Grady Whites were worth a good bit of money, so I actually went in and asked about that boat to see if it could be purchased. Well, they told me that it was under an insurance claim and getting it was next to impossible. So I left my name and number anyway. I don't know, there's something about that boat that just kind of struck my interest. And this is Friday, and Tuesday, he called me and said, hey, the insurance claim was denied on that boat, and the guy just needs to get rid of it. And basically getting the boat for the storage fees that it's set for. So that's why we're going to Florida again, because I have 1 week to get it. Man, this is frustrating as all get out. Not a hotel in 2 or 3 hours of driving. Oh man. Alright, here we are the next day in Florida. We ended up going from Sarasota. We were planning on staying the night in Sarasota, but I decided just to go all the way to Fort Myers Beach last night where the carver was. Now, went all the way down there, looked at it about 11 o'clock at night, and just decided I don't want it. It had good bones, but it just needed a lot of work. And when I say a lot of work, that boat needed everything: electrical, interior, the upholstery, the cushions were gone, the engines, even some of the hatch panels and stuff were gone on it. So if it was closer to home, I'd probably snag it, but the fact that it's 12 hours south and I'd have to haul it all the way home, I just don't think I really want to take on the major project that thing is right now. We literally could not find a hotel last night. We ended up driving about an hour or more toward Daytona from Fort Myers, and finally found a Best Western in a small town called Bowling Green, Florida. And that's kind of where we're at right now, and we are now heading to Daytona to pick up the Grady White. So bear with me. There she is. That ended up being a little bit more difficult than I thought, because we had probably 6,000 pounds worth of water in this boat. It's still draining. Look, I think this boat cleaned up real nice. I walked around it really good and really thorough. There's no spider cracks, no really nothing in the hull. I mean, it's cleaned up. It's gonna be a nice boat, I'm telling you. All right, so we're gonna hit the road, go back to Chattanooga, and I'll see you there, and then we'll check it out when I get home. I just do not have time to mess with it anymore today. Dude, I'm so freaking tired right now. I drove till 2 o'clock in the morning last night, and I'm driving till 2 o'clock in the morning again tonight. And this pump is annoying me because it just won't shut up. Here we go with another $150 worth of gas. Shut up, you stupid pump. We finally made the Grady White back home after our trip. We didn't get back into town last night until 2 o'clock in the morning, and man, am I tired. I really wish I could have got a little bit better footage while we were down there in Florida, but we literally drove about 1,600 miles in about a 48-hour period. I was up till 2 a.m. 2 nights in a row, tired, in a hurry, so I did the best I could. But now that it's here, let's take a little bit of time and let's check it out and see what we have. So just briefly going over this thing, it does look like this boat actually got fully submerged in the water. It is what it is. It's actually a really nice boat. It's not bad. It's worse looking than what it really is. It just needs a lot, I mean a lot of cleanup. We're sitting here pondering why the heck this sticker is on upside down. Well, I'll let that go to your imagination why the sticker would be upside down. Now, I did wrestle the engine covers off, and the engines look physically pretty decent as far as under the cowling. However, I do believe that this engine's got submerged too. I haven't had a chance to try to at least try and wrench them over and see what happens. My guess is they're probably seized up. I would imagine they had salt water in them. That being said, I got a lot of room to play with on this boat, okay? So we could do a couple different things. We could see if these power heads are easily rebuilt. If not, you could get remanufactured power heads for a fairly decent price. I mean, yes, everything's going to be pricey with this boat, but I have a lot of room to play with on it. And it would be nice if you could get these motors completely rebuilt, new power heads, the exhaust kits put into them that these things normally have that goes wrong. It would just really add a lot of value to this boat. Like I said, it's mostly just dirty, so don't get the wrong impression right off the bat. And let's have a look around. You can see where the water line is right here, where this thing was just on its side. Now I know what you're thinking, looking at that, you're thinking, man, this guy's insane, he's gonna lose money. What's the deal? The deal is there is no deal. I just like doing stuff like this, and I think there's some money to be made on it, but the first thing we gotta do is clean it up. Let's see what we're working with. Let's clean out that cabin. It looks like everything is there. It even looks like the full enclosure part is there. So let's get to cracking on cleaning it out. Man, that is already looking a ton better, just vacuuming out all the crap. Well, I guess it's time to drag out the pressure washer and let's see how it looks with all the dirt off of it. All right, that was the very first layer. I just try to get all the loose stuff off, but man, it made a huge difference on the inside of the boat for sure. Now a lot of it's going to have to be hand scrubbed with chemicals, so I didn't use any kind of soap or nothing to pressure wash it. I'm just trying to get the loose stuff off, like I said. Alright, here's the moment we're all been waiting for. I'm going to take the covers off of this. Let's see if these engines actually turn over. I doubt they do, but you always want to try. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh wow, you know what? You might be lucky. No shit. Oh my god. Dude, it moves. Let's try this one. Oh my god. Dude, you have no idea. If I would have bet the price of these motors that they were locked up, I would have lost. They actually turn over. Now, I'm not going to do a full 360-degree turn on them. I do know they move. They're not stuck. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull the plugs out of them and make sure there's not any kind of water or anything in them. And then probably put some good penetrating oil of some kind down in the cylinders just to help lube it up. But I'm just as surprised as you are, trust me. So I got the plugs out and there's not really any signs of water, really. No rusty nastiness or anything like that. Man, I think we got lucky. I really did. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch yet, but let's wrench this thing over and see what happens. Look at how easy that is. Holy crap. Dude, both the old rows turn over like little to no effort. I think the next step is what I need to do is see if I can get these motors to trim down. I'm hoping I can take the little lock out and they'll just fall on their own. But they need to be upright so I can do an oil change on these things because they're over full on oil and they need to be serviced. I got them trimmed down. I couldn't find a little thing to the screw hole thing or whatever. Probably should have looked it up, but I just got the bottom hydraulic line popped off and they just went good enough. Oh yeah. Like I was saying earlier, these motors are in really good shape. I mean, there's really no corrosion on any of these bolts. I mean, especially it being a Florida boat. I mean, just wow. All right, let's see what comes out of the oil here. See how much water's in it. Lots of water. Fresh water, not very salty. I'm not even gonna put the drain pan underneath it. All right, this totally concludes getting and going over the shady Grady, and I couldn't be any more happy. I mean, it turned out, I always expect the worst. I got a lot of experience doing this kind of stuff, and when you expect the worst, it usually is the worst, or maybe a little bit better sometimes. But this is like top level, like one of the best it could be. I know there's probably some stuff that is going to be uncovered yet on it that we haven't discovered yet. That's just the nature of doing this stuff. But man, the hull looks great. The boat's going to clean up really nice, and those Yamahas turn over like effortlessly. So I don't know, they'll probably run. I just got to do some fluid changes with them and kind of go over the wiring a little bit. I kind of want to make sure that everything is good before I go ahead and put some power on it. But hey, I'm gonna fill it up with fluid and we're gonna try to run it. I need to check out the fuel system and all that stuff. But anyway, this is a conclusion, and I'm probably not gonna mess with it again for probably several weeks. I really did not have time really to get this boat and do this, but I couldn't pass this thing up. I mean, really, I couldn't. And I got back a day early, so I decided to kind of fool with this thing today, and I am dead tired. So I'm gonna leave you guys right here and look for this on a future video, and like and subscribe.